After all this time, we're still sorting these bloody helmets out.
I haven't got that problem, so I haven't got,
No.
I've got no helmet on.
You and I should have been able to.
Well, two it seems to work fine, but three of us
I mean,
just
yeah,
for some
but
reason.
I've not.
But I can hear you.
Yeah, we can do.
Yeah. Not desperate, but...
Okay.
Yeah, later on in the day, innit? I've got 3 bars there.
You want fuel?
I'm not desperate, no.
Sometime today, then. Sometime today.
Yeah, sometime today.
Sometime today.
We get. They all are lined up. Rob on his Pegasus, Alan on his flashy BMW, and Kevin on his Monkey. Yeah, better than having a monkey on your back seat, you're right there, mate. Huge confusion here at the gas station to help make this bloody thing work. It's bloody ridiculous, this.
It isn't exactly very intuitive as a system. I could suggest a few improvements.
sink it in.
Right, yeah.
Could have come a quick way, but
Yeah, it'd be boring, wouldn't it?
yeah, some stunning countryside there, wouldn't
I
it?
thought exactly what went through my mind. That. Landing crafts. Which would be a very bad move.
Out there, yeah.
When I came here before,
This has been blocked off because of so-called landslides. It didn't slide back then when it was being bombarded, did it?
Commanding, firing position here to take on both craft aiming for U-turn there and
you know, wandering about down there, and it was all covered in brambles. There's another one like that.
yeah.
No gun in there, it's just an observation.
Yes, yeah. You mean there were probably machine guns still in those. I mean, you know, when you look at it, I mean, this is probably one of the most sophisticated sites, but it still doesn't have a massive amount of depth in terms of as a defensive position.
So there's the cliffs themselves, which we're not allowed to go anywhere near. It's a good start, isn't it? Health and safety, I reckon this is all to do with. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Just as well they weren't concerned with health and safety back in those days.
Yes, but we did have.
All this has been fenced off for health and safety. Can you believe it? This bunker here is the most important one of the lot, and nobody can get down there. Absolutely ridiculous. Been hit a few times, but no, that was a sort
That
of
was a direct hit with a big bomb.
Right, well, we've just been round Point du Hoc. Rather disappointing. half of it's been... So I've hit another problem with the sound on my DJI camera, but basically what I was saying here was that bit of a disappointing visit to Point du Hoc. A lot of the places that we wanted to see were fenced off for so-called health and safety reasons. Just seems a bit of a shame. Particularly this gun emplacement right out on the point. Anyway, that's what happens when we all get a bit too woke, I'm afraid. This is a location where I had lunch on Omaha Beach with a couple of my customers, Nikki and Susan Hughes. At the point when I set the table and chairs up and we got the wine and baguettes and cheese and pate out, I was wondering whether it was sacrilege, but in actual fact, it was the very reason these guys were fighting on that beach was to give us in the future an opportunity to have a peaceful lunch there. Very strange feelings coming back and seeing it. So, here's Omaha Beach.
Shortly after 6:30 a.m. on the 6th of June 1944, along this stretch of sand, men of the US 1st Infantry Division emerged from their landing craft into a hail of gunfire, which in just minutes had killed or wounded hundreds. Over the next few hours, many more would fall, as men found themselves trapped on the beach under murderous machine gun fire. The only thing standing in the way of catastrophe that morning was the courage of small groups of soldiers who braved the storm of bullets to breach the defences of the Atlantic Wall.
This would have been where the dignitaries were housed under their tents. This has all been put back to normal again here. Rob wanted to go down on the beach. Were you persuaded to go in, Rob?
I never thought about that. The tide's too far in.
Too far, not as far as Weston.
I didn't bring me coffee.
I think as far as Weston. and it's sandy, not muddy.
Yeah, it's a better colour as well.
Yeah, it is. Access to the beach still forbidden. Probably terrorists. That's what it was. Back a few. It was after they had all those things happen in Paris and that.
Yeah.
And that was all. That's all been cleared. You see all that ground there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were they up here then?
Yeah. That would have been.
Not down the bank.
You would have found some down the bank, but primarily, yeah, they occupied the high ground. So not just as a set of thin line, you know, they were set up to support each other.
Yeah.
Well, with these sort of cuttings that.
That was the way down, but not anymore. When I was here a few years ago, it was drizzly with rain, 11 o'clock in the morning, very appropriate for the solemnness of this particular place. And a joint choir from Michigan and Minnesota got up and started singing. So poignant. Amazing to see it. So some of you may have noticed very frustratingly that I'm still having problems with my sound on the camera, which is particularly annoying on this trip. So, in the words of Yvette on Hello, Hello.
Listen very carefully. I shall say this only once.
So the choice I have is to somehow do an overdub or a whatever they call it. Or to play some music or whatever. Some people have said they don't like music. Well, I may have to say tough, because you cannot just play a video with nothing on the back of it. So I may do a voiceover, I may play some music, but as the lady said,
listen very carefully. I shall say this only once.
And I'm afraid that goes for future videos in this series as well. Sorry, guys.
no man's land together. All together now. All together now. All together now.
Even I didn't have 4 courses for breakfast. But I can see 2 people in this shop now who both did. And it ain't Alan and it ain't Steve.
Ain't I?
No.
That wasn't me. No, definitely. I'm breathing in.
You're a liar.
Not a very good one.
Here we are. Port and Bessin. More active than some of our ports. Ah, nice place this. Nice chocolate eclair. No ice cream. Cup of tea. What more can we want? And finally, leaving Port en Bessin. So, having had a pretty busy first day, we decided that we would go to Colleville Sur-Mer and see the gun battery there, which actually has some guns left in it, which is a bit unusual. So that was going to be our final thing of the day. So no sound on this one either, I'm afraid, so you've got to put up with my voiceover. Here we are in Colleville Sur-Mer. I'm sure my daughter would be able to help me with that pronunciation. Gun battery. It's one of very few that have retained its gun. Amazing. The gun is in very good condition. Cathedral at Bessin in the distance.
Shooting up the landing craft.
Sur mon lit à bouffer sa langue en buvant trop mon whisky. Quant à moi, peu dormi, vie débris. Mais j'ai dû dormir dans la gouttière où j'ai eu un flash. En 4 couleurs. Allez hop, un matin, une louloute est venue chez moi. Poupée de cellophane, cheveux chinois. Un sparadrap, une gueule de bois. A bu ma bière dans un grand verre en caoutchouc. Comme un indien dans son igloo. Ça plane pour moi. Ça plane pour moi. Ça plane pour moi. Moi. Ça plane pour moi. noyé sur paillasson, limé, ruiné, vidé, comblé. You are the king of the divan, qu'elle me dit en passant. I am the king of the divan. Ça plane pour moi, ça plane pour moi, ça plane pour moi, moi, ça plane pour moi. Ça plane pour moi. Allez hop, t'occupe, t'inquiète, touche pas ma planète. It's not today que le ciel me tombera sur la tête et que la colle me manquera. Ça plane pour moi. Allez hop, banana, c'est tiré, c'est barré, enfin c'est marre à tout casser. L'évier, le bar me laissant seul comme un grand connard. Le pied dans le plat.